The Kirriemuir Community Garden is in the heart of Kirriemuir. It couldn't be better for a community project. We're just off the main road, which is called the Roods, and behind St Mary's Church, which is on West Hillbank. But it's got such a rural feeling to it because we're surrounded by beautiful, well-established hedges and trees, and look out across the hills. So it's the strangest thing. We're in the heart of the wee red tune, but we look right out across the hills. It's a really nice space. Because we don't use chemicals on the field, there's a lot of weeding. But I have a friend here who he works for a wildlife charity, and he came to visit because we're looking at establishing a pond and bog garden because we've got so many amphibians on the field. And I was saying, just the weeds are never ending. And he looked at me and he smiled. He said, I don't see weeds, I see biodiversity. So whenever I'm asking people to do yet more weeding, I think, well, here we go, we're just doing the biodiversity bit. But there's lots of fun bits to do as well. You know, we've got the seedlings, we've got the planting, we've got the planning. Being in the polytunnel is so rewarding because we get so many amazing fruits and vegetables in there. So yeah, there's a lot to do and lots that's fun. What do we do with the food and drink that we produce on the field? We're really lucky in Kirriemuir. We've got good partnerships happening with other groups that are active around and about. So the local zero waste shop, they've been fantastic. They sell our produce so people can buy it during normal shop hours. Sometimes if we've got a huge amount of produce left over, like the other day I picked masses of courgettes and marrows, so I took that down to the local food hub and they'll prepare it and put it into packs for people to have from their food bank. We sell from the potting shed, but we also have a principle that everyone who volunteers gets offered whatever's being picked, a portion of what's being picked. So if you want to come along and volunteer as a thank you for giving us your time and your effort, you get to choose a portion of what's been picked. So you know, if you fancy tatties and cabbage, or you'd rather have carrots and beetroot, then we just figure it's a nice way to give people access to food and drink with dignity, and just it's in keeping with the philosophy, everyone's equal on the field. I facilitate the work on the field, and people come on and they say, well, what needs done? But actually it's not really down to me. I often say to people, well, we need weeding done, but we also need compost bins made, and we could do more flowers here or there. So what do you want to do? What ideas do you have? And I think it makes for a much more rewarding process because it's so collaborative, and people come with ideas and suggestions or plants or seeds, and the community has just been so amazing. And I think it's important for a number of reasons. So we've got the skills sharing, people who have got a lifetime's experience of growing, and people who are just starting out, people who are just beginning to get interested in plants, or we get a few youngsters coming along who do horticulture, who want to learn more about the trade that they're entering into. And then that's great because you get young legs, and the demographic of most of us is, we need young legs and fresh ideas. And so we get lots of different kinds of volunteers and lots of different kinds of responses. And we've got an acre of land, so different people have different skills. There was the gentleman who turned up with a single furrow plough, and he ploughed the whole thing for us in a day. There were the gardeners who turned up because they agreed with the ethos of what they were what we were doing, and the work they put into clearing space for us and cutting back hedges for us. And there's the guys who do the tree surgeries around the town, and they come and they give us the wood chips, which make life so much easier, mean that we can get wheelchair access onto the field. So it takes a village, and my goodness, the wee town of Kirriemuir has certainly responded.
I've been coming from quite a while now. Started last October, just when the gardens started opening up, and at that point we were doing a lot of clearing of things and getting things ready for the polytunnel, and lots of quite heavy duty work, which was amazing to see how it's all come on since then. And this year, really through the summer, it's been lots of growing of food and really enjoying seeing how some things have worked really well, other things have been more of a challenge because of the weather we've had, but just doing all sorts of jobs as the garden needs, really. I think one of the things that I've really enjoyed has been the companionship with a whole load of different people. And it's been great. There's been a lot of fun and humour, but also a sense of all really working hard together to help something develop that's really good. We've grown a range of different things. We're just in the middle of our tatty harvest at the moment. We've got quite a lot of kale and quite a lot of cabbage and a load of leeks that are going really well. We had a bad year for peas this year, so we were all very excited that we were going to have lots of peas, but that didn't work so well. We've had quite a good amount of onions and rhubarb, but we've sort of recently just created the new rhubarb bed, so we didn't harvest a lot of it, but just some bits. Lots of things from the polytunnel, tomatoes and corn and courgettes, so a range of things really. Lovely flowers as well. We've got a lovely cutting bed which was on the site of the old caravan, and it's just been beautiful how in 1 year it's become full of sweet peas and cosmos and other lovely things, so people just really enjoy taking some of them home with them.
We always keep a good distance from each other and maintain that social distance, but we're still able to have that sense of togetherness, if you like, because we're all working together on the field. So it's been a good balance between safety and comfort. Well, I help with whatever's needing done on the day, because every day is different here and there's lots of different tasks. So I've been here since the start, last October when we first got the ground. So our first job was clearing the ground and removing any hazards like some broken glass from an old greenhouse, and defining the paths that we're going to use, and helping dig over some beds manually with a fork. That was the first jobs that we did when we got the land. Yeah, I would say that we made some good friends here, and as one of the ladies has rekindled an interest in motorcycling that she hasn't had for a long while, and I've been helping her off the field. I've been around helping get her old motorbike back up and running, and just the other day we went out for a run together. So I think the opportunity to meet new people, and when you're working together you get a chance to chat, find out what people are interested in and find common interests. I think it's a really good community resource. There's no pressure, there's no hurry, there's just some really, really nice people working here, and everyone brings something to the table when they come, different skills, different knowledge, different background.
Big plans for 2022, weeding and more weeding. What I'd really love to see in 2022, I mean, given this is just our first year, I think we've achieved so much. 2022, I would like every bed to be planted, and I would like every bed to be properly delineated. We've learnt a lot this year. We've got a lot more in place than we had at the beginning of the growing season, our first growing season this year. So I would like to have a little more order in amongst the chaos, and I want to make sure that we're getting the balance as good as we can between what the wildlife needs and what we need to grow. So I'm hoping that in the coming year we will get the wildflowers growing where it's good for us. But I think chaotic gardening is kind of where I'm at. I like to have beds and order, because it's really important, especially in this time of COVID. It's really important that we have social distancing built in, so that people can easily socially distance but still be working together. But so we kind of need ordered chaos or chaotic order. I'm not sure which way it is. We're a growing community, and we'll just see how that goes.